Hey guys, it's Jimmy Williams again, yours truly, master mentor, coach, real estate developer, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, all these other different things. But right now I'm coming to you with a very informative video. You guys are following, if you're following me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, uh, I just really thank you for sticking with my wife and I. Everything's starting to really take off, and I'm starting to see a lot of you develop into who you are as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as real estate investors, wholesalers, brokers. And in this particular video, I told you guys that I will be covering some of the deeper things and some of the things that you can do even in a pandemic to make a ton of money. And I went over several different topics. If you saw the video that I did about 2 weeks ago, I talked about how you can save money on your taxes when you file them, especially if you have an LLC. And I talked a little bit about, on one of my videos, I had my tax consultant on. We talked about how I saved 17 grand with two of my corporations last year. That's right, $17,000, guys. Don't just wait for the government to bail you out with a little money that's coming, because a lot of the smaller businesses are not getting that money. But I talked about ways to do that. I had another video where I talked about I actually had on a special guest. Her name was Dr. Shimona Wimberly, and she's awesome. She's out of Dallas, Texas, and she gave us some tips on entrepreneurship, having the right mindset. I keep telling you guys, it's all about what's going on up here, right? And there's a few other things that I wanted to cover that I have not covered yet, like how to drive traffic to a website, okay? And I also wanted to talk to you about what products and services are going to make you a ton of money right now in a pandemic, in your home, on your laptop, and how you're going to be able to succeed and help others at the same time. Because remember, your wealth only grows to the extent by virtue of you helping, larger groups of people. And there's no other way around that. The more people you help, the more money you're going to make. But today, I'm going to cover a very important topic, and I'm starting to see a wildfire of this, what I'm going to be talking about all over the internet, and it's called multi-level marketing. You heard me right, multi-level marketing. It's an awesome concept. A lot of people don't know what it is. So people who are ignorant, when I say ignorant, I'm not saying that in a negative way, who are unlearned, who are uneducated, they don't understand that multi-level marketing has created more millionaires. Just about, I think it's neck and neck with real estate millionaires. I mean, they're pretty close. But before people really begin to understand how to make money with real estate, there are probably, don't quote me on this, I don't know the exact numbers, but there's probably more internet multi-level marketing millionaires than anything else. So there's a lot to understand about it. There's a lot of things you need to know, the do's and don'ts of it, okay? And the only reason I feel I'm qualified to teach it is because I did so many of them. If you guys know my story, I've tried over 50 different businesses, and I would say out of 25 of them were multi-level marketing. The other 50 businesses were other LLCs that I started. I started my own art company. I sold all kinds of products and services, but 25 of them were multi-level marketing companies. And I made some money in some of them. I really did. I made some money, and I built some strong teams. But what I did not have is the right mindset, and I didn't have the right strategy to become a millionaire in it. So I would never knock multi-level marketing. I'm just coming to you with the expertise that I've learned. And so you'll know what the pitfalls are, the do's and the don'ts. And I wasn't developed enough as a leader to teach and train other leaders to be on my team. And that's the first secret I'm going to tell you. It's not even a secret, it's the truth. If you just jump around and you just get involved with a company and you're just, selling their products, that's all you're going to be. You're going to be a seller. You're not going to create any wealth in that company. The first thing you need to understand is when you do multi-level marketing, it's a business of creating other leaders. And you teach those leaders the art of duplication. Okay? Duplication. In other words, you get in, you live by example. You use the products and services, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's, there's all kind of products you can sell, whether it's television products, electronic products. And I'm going to give you some of my personal experiences, and I'm going to talk about some of the companies that I was in. I'm going to talk about some of the top earners that were in that company, people that I personally knew, and I know how they did it. And no matter what the niche was, what the company was, bottom line is the most important thing you're going to get from what I'm going to teach today is the power of duplicating yourself. When you become a leader, it's duplication of leaders, teaching those people to do what you do to build strong teams. And that's how you become a millionaire with this. And during this pandemic, because of the internet, you can build strong teams online through webinars and, virtual, just like virtual wholesaling, you can do virtual, big team webinars and conference calls and things of that nature where you get together and do lives on Facebook and build yourself a conglomerate from your laptop. But we have a lot to cover today. As you can see, this is a unique style, a different style for me. When I was doing the Facebook Lives about a year ago, I had my board needle up on the board. You could see it, but I have it flat here today because, I wanted to be closer up on everything so you can kind of see the numbers. Keep in mind today, I'm going to give you real numbers today. I'm going to give you real statistics from, my past jobs on what I'm doing now and what I've seen and how money is really made in the multi-level marketing realm, okay? I'm going to show you real numbers. I'm going to show you what it takes to make a 6-figure, 7-figure income in multi-level marketing. You got to get this. If you're just peddling and you're just selling products, that's not going to cut it unless you can scale this thing. Okay? You got to, and when I say scale, the ability to drive traffic and sales at will. In other words, not you just selling it to 5 or 10 people, but selling that same product or service to 1,000 people. And if you don't have the ability to do that, you're going to fail miserably at multi-level marketing. You might make 10, 20, a couple $100, but you talk about 10 and 20,000, you need a team of maybe 500 or 600 people, up to 1,000, up to 10,000 people that do the same thing that you do. And it's going to require you developing as a leader to do that. All right. So without further ado, let me get right into this. I'm going to talk to you in levels today, because remember that it is multi-level marketing. Most people say it's a bad pyramid, and that's not true. If you look at the average corporation, they're a legal pyramid. You have the owner, or sometimes you have a co-founder, right? And then you have the CEO there, and then you under the CEO, you have the district managers, right? And then you have the supervisors down here. Then you have the team leaders down here, and then you have the regular employees or the guys that answer the phones, at the very, very bottom. And you have what we call a legal pyramid, right? That's legal. Well, when you talk about multi-level marketing companies such as Amway and Melaleuca, who's still around. What's another good one? Herbalife. There's so many that are good, and they tend to say those are false. Well, they're regulated by the FCC, or they wouldn't be in business. So they're actually legal pyramids. Well, when you go to your job, you don't go to your leader, your boss, and tell them it's an illegal pyramid. You take the check, right? Well, what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you how to have your own business and do it the right way yourself. And some of you, if you really understand what you're doing, you can create your own multi-level marketing company. You don't have to go and connect with someone else. But if you don't have that, for time's sake, I'm going to recommend you Google the top 10 that are out there, not just with the products and services, but the pay structure. The biggest problem that I've seen with multi-level marketing is they don't make the pay structure good for the guys at the bottom. In other words, the guys who just get in, the pay structure is not good enough for them. It's not where they win, so they end up quitting a lot of times. The guys at the top are getting paid, but the guys at the bottom are not. So that's the biggest problem that I've seen with it. But let's get into this because I have a lot to cover, and I want to try to get to it fairly quickly. But I'm going to go through levels of this thing, okay? And I got to start with my own company first. Pardon me, excuse me. Okay, so now I don't have a multi-level marketing company, but I do have an affiliate program, which is similar to multi-level marketing, but it's not quite the same thing. I'm going to explain the difference. So you guys know me. You know that I do real estate investing. I buy multifamily, single-family property, and I have affiliates that sell some of my products and services. I have a JW Academy. So if you become an affiliate, you get 50% off and all of that, right? You guys understand that model. So, in that model, I make money because it's my product, but everyone that goes out and sells the product gets a piece of the pie. All right. So again, this first technique I'm going to show you is not multi-level marketing, but it's going to lead us up to what multi-level marketing really is. But I'm going to show you my system so you kind of see what it's like to leverage yourself. The purpose of multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing, I might add, is to if you have the product or service and you're at the top, is to multiply yourself out there and make money on other people's efforts, and you all make money together. That's the purpose of it. So you're not working hard. You're working smart, not hard. J. Paul Getty said something very powerful. He said, "I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's 100 people's efforts, different people, 1% each person, and then 1% of my own efforts, than to have 100% of my own efforts and nobody else's." So he was thinking 1% of his own efforts and 99% of every other person. 1% this person, 1%, 1%, and it all accumulates to 100% because you have 100 people working toward one common goal, and it's easier to make money. So back to me. So I have another program that I just launched, okay? And just to give you an example, it's a lending program. So this is me at the top here, okay? I'm trying to write so you guys can read it. All right, this is me. I'm not sure if you can see that right, but I think that's, to me, it looks like a W and a backwards E, but it should say me towards you. All right. And so what I've done is I've created an affiliate program, right? Or a loan. It's a loan broker program, basically, where you have, let me go down a little bit here. You're not going to be able to see my face that much. But actually, these lenders, so that's one loan broker there, one here, one here, one here, one here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? These are all brokers here. Okay. And let's see here. There you go. It's better, a little bit better. And all these men and women, they go out, I provide the leads, and I do my own lending, okay? So basically what I'm doing is I'm allowing them to make a 50% commission, okay? All right, 50%, okay? Let me just do it like that, I guess, no. All right, so they make 50% on what I make. So they go out, I provide the leads, my company funds the deals, right? So me up here, I'm providing for them the leads. I provide the leads, okay? Let's see if I can write this here. There we go. Okay, I provide the leads. They call these leads. They bring in the sales. When they bring in the sales, my company makes sometimes 10 points on a deal. Let's say we do a deal for $20,000. My company will make 10 points on that deal. So every deal we do for 20K, I'm going to make 2K, right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this right here with this guy. So I'm going to make 1,000. I'm going to make 1K, right? And they're going to make 1K. How would I put that right here? I guess, yeah, 1K, right? So they make 1,000. So this is what we call the art of duplication. So I didn't make the phone call. I provided the leads. They made the call. They closed the sale. I made 2,000. My company made 2,000. I split that with them. I make 1,000. Here's the power of duplication. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Pardon me. Okay, so let's say everyone on here makes 1 deal a month. Okay, that's if you're working it conservatively. That's not a lot of money, but everybody makes $1,000 a piece. But me up here, so I'm going to do this just to saying that these people are duplicating, right? But instead of me making 1,000, I'm going to make 1,000 times 6. So in essence, I duplicate myself. So I made 1,000 times 6. All right. So I made 6K. Okay, you guys might be able to see it, but I made $6,000, and that's the first level I want to show you. Okay, so this isn't, again, it's not multi-level marketing, but I'm trying to get you to see a concept here of whenever you duplicate yourself. Hold on, I'm trying to get this fixed here. The magic, I don't want to use the word magic, but the power of duplication is you help other people make money. This is the mindset I'm trying to get you into with multi-level marketing. Help others get what they want. You get a piece of that pie. All right. So the major difference that if you look at this again, I'm not going to pay levels under. I'm not going to have them go get other brokers. This is what multi-level marketing does differently. You can go out and get more people and duplicate this way. That's not what I do here. I'm only paying on one level because I'm only looking for a few brokers. But my point is that's the power of duplicating yourself, and you make money and they make money. So if this person gets really hungry, okay, let's point this back down again. This person goes out and they do 5 deals a month at $1,000. They're going to make 5K. They're not going to make 1K. They're going to make $5,000 if they do 5 deals, right? That means I'm going to match, because basically, the company makes 2,000 each time. So the company made 10 grand. We pay them 50%. So they make 5K. I make 5K off of one person's efforts. If everyone does that, 5,000 times 6 is $30,000 they made. I'm going to make 30,000 because again, I get my cut is 50%. So that's the art and power of duplication. I hope you guys are understanding this. Okay. This has been a rocky road for me, guys, setting this all up here. By the way, I'm working on my studio and it's been hard getting it to look and feel the way I want it to feel, but I hope you get the understanding of what we're trying to do here. Okay. Let me just do this one more time. Okay. Now let's erase that. So I think you guys get the understanding there. So this is what I do right now, currently. I'm doing that now. If you guys want to become a broker, you can do that, okay? Become a loan broker, and you can make 50% commissions. So now you have a general idea of how the money is really made with these companies and what they're doing. The only thing that I'm doing differently is, again, I'm not allowing everyone to go different levels deep. It's just, I'm looking for a broker. If you can go out there and make phone calls, that would be great, okay? And then if you make those calls, you make the sales, I pay you 50% commissions on every deal we get funded. We fund companies with good credit, bad credit, as long as they have bank statements, okay? We do several deals per month doing that, and it's a good way to make money from home. All you're doing is making calls, collecting applications, and so forth. So the second thing I wanted to show you was, I want to show you what happens in certain companies, how some certain companies, this is when I got really upset with corporate America, how they took advantage of me when I was in corporate. This is back in 2000. I was making about $10 an hour. I was working for a company called IRT, and they were joint venturing with a company. You guys know this company very well. It was DirecTV. And so let's do this again. So here I am. This is me here, okay? All right? This is me. And I was taking inbound calls for them. All right. And basically they had this promotion where, you get free installation, you get the dish and all of that, the set top boxes, what they call them back then, the little boxes. And I'm getting a call here. Let me deny this call, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. And so basically what was going on was sorry, this person's still trying to call me. Hang on one second. There we go. I apologize for the inconvenience, guys. Okay, so what they were doing was, so basically they went advertising, okay, so they pay for the advertising, they put me on the phone, they paid me $10 an hour. I had to answer that call and get that customer to give me their credit card at the end and commit to one of our packages. So DirecTV really blew up around 2000, 2001. That's when I was working for this company. So the deal was free installation. You had to commit to a package of paying at least I think it was like $30 per month, or something of that nature. So you had to pay $30 a month up to $100 per, $100 a month, sometimes $200 per month. All right. So one phone call would yield them a residual income. If I made that sale and that person was making, was paying $50 a month, I only made $10 for that $10 per hour for the company, but they were making $50 a month for the life of that customer. All right. So you can do the math on this, but this is when I really got angry with corporate America. I got upset because I felt they were using me, and they were doing it legally because it was a real job. They only pay you what the job's worth. They don't pay you what you're worth. So here I am and I did the numbers on it. I said, okay, well, I need to start tracking my numbers. I was one of the top salespeople every other week. So at about 18 months of work, let me put this here, 18 months. At 18 months, I had generated them, let's put an M here. 18 months, I had generated them about 1,500 sales. Okay, 1,500 sales, guys. All right, that looks like a 2. There we go. 1,500 sales is what I had generated them. All right. Now, what bothered me the most was they never came back and said, "Hey, do you want any kind of spiffs? Do you want any kind of, do you want 5% of the sales? Whatever that customer is making monthly. Do you want some of that money? Some of that residual income, Jimmie, would you like some of that money?" And the answer was no. They would not give out that money, okay? So if you do the math on that, and let's do the math on that right now so you can see. We're going to be very, very conservative here. You can't see what I'm doing, but I can see it, okay? So I'm pulling up my calculator. I'm putting in $1,500 sales, okay? Hold on just a second. 1,500 times, let's say $49, right? That's what it was really. It was really about 40. The average per month was $49. Now, some people were paying $200, okay? Some people were paying $150 because some of the guys, you know how we are. We like the NFL Sunday ticket. We like all that stuff, right? So let's say it's $49. Let's put $49. If I can do this here, it's kind of hard to do it. Yeah. Guys, bear with me. It's the first time I'm doing this. So for $49, I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. 1,500 sales, $49 a month. That was yielding a profit for them. Well, this was a gross income. Listen to this, guys. I'm gonna write this here. 73K per month. That's what they were making on my services. So in 18 months, they were making $73,000 on my services. Okay. I worked one time. I'm going somewhere with this. I want you to get this, guys. I want you to get this, okay? I'm trying to get this thing to work here. If it'll work, I haven't had these kind of technical issues in a minute. I apologize. But yeah, I did that for 18 months, and I generated $73,000 per month for them. 1,500 sales. I didn't make any of that money. So this is when I got angry with corporate America, and I started saying, wait a minute, multi-level marketing is the way to go. Because if I do it right one time, I can get paid for it over and over again. What if I generated 1,500 of my own customers? Now, it's really hard to do that. Here's a stern warning with multi-level marketing. It's really hard to generate those kind of customers without building a big team. You go out, you get your 5 or 10 or 20 customers. Let's say you go out and you get 10 customers, be conservative. They're all buying products from you, right? So you get your 10. So here's you, this is you, okay? I'm gonna put me, which is you, okay? And you got 10 customers, right? All right? But then you get 10 leaders, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I missed one there. 10. And they all get 10, right? Which is gonna be 100. All right, now, now, you got 10 customers. They all got 10. That's 110 customers that you built there. Now, you may not get the same amount of cash flow because they went out and got the customer. But because of the structure of multi-level marketing, they're going to always pay you something from this person's leg, something from that person's leg, something from this person's leg. You know, it may not be that much, but it's starting to add up, right? Now, you got 100. Here's how many people you have in your network. So you go out and get 10 people, all right? They get 10 customers. That's 100 customers plus these 10, 110 plus your 10. So just with 10 legs, you got 120 customers, right? You're getting some kind of residual income on each person. You're getting something from the person you brought in, and you're getting something from their customer. It may not be much, but here's the power of duplication. What happens when all of these 10 go get 10, right? Think about that. So they got 10 customers each, right? Now, you got 10 people in here in each one of these guys. This is the power of multiplication, right? This is where it gets really, really awesome. This is what separates multi-level marketing from everything else. Here's how you get wealthy with it. This is how you get really successful with this. What happens is sometimes the customer turns around and says, you know what? I want to become a rep. I want to go out and get my own 10. It's not going to be 100%, maybe 20 to 30% convert. But for the sake of time, I want to just show you this. So you got 120 people in your network, right? These guys go out and decide to get 10 apiece. Okay, so you got 10 people over here. Out of those 10, they all go out and get 10. So you have an additional 100 people, right? Another $100. Oh, I keep saying money. I'm talking money here, but 100 here. Okay, 100 here, 100 here, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so what do you got? Let's do the numbers. 100 times 10, you have 1,000 people in the third leg, so you have 1,000. Okay, look at that. This can happen in a year's time. Now, remember I told you I got 1,500 customers in 18 months. But when you are using the power of duplication, the J. Paul Getty mentality, you can do this in 6 months if you get 10 good guys, men and women that know how to go out and find 10 people that want to be their own customer, and those 10 decide to go out and get 10 people. You got 1,000 here, you got 100 here, so that's 1,100. Look at the numbers, okay? Plus another 10, 1,110. 1,110 people. So that's a big number. So 1,110. Did I do that right? No, I did that wrong. 110. That's now. This is you can do this in 6 months to a year. This is the power of duplicate. This is how you really get rich doing this, guys. Can you imagine 1,000 people in your organization? and you're making $1 from them, that's $1,000 per month. But here's where it really gets tricky. I'm trying to fix this again here. My apologies. I apologize, guys. This has not happened to me in I don't know how long. I've been trying to set this up, and it's been giving me drama. So back to what I was saying. So now you got 1,000 people in your group, okay? If you make $1 on each person, that's $1,000, right? It doesn't seem like a lot, but here's what happens. These 1,000 people, when they become leaders, they go out on their own, and these legs, let's just make, I'm going to show you how powerful this gets. Each of these legs, these people become true leaders, and they're teaching these guys to become leaders. So the top leader of that group may go 15 or 20 levels deep. This one may go 50 levels deep. Okay? It fell down again. Sorry. This has been very, very complicated for me, guys. My apologies. I'm not going to be able to post this thing if I can't pull it together here. I'm sorry. I had this thing set up earlier, and it's just giving me so many malfunctions, and I don't know what to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold up with my hand. That might even be better. But here's what I'm going to do. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this. There we go. I think I'll be back up in a second here. It's just crazy. You guys know this is good when you're having these kind of problems, right? It's just insane. The thing just decided that it wasn't going to work. It was going to collapse on me, and that's exactly what it did. There we go. I'm going to have to hold it up with my hands here. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. I got to finish this up because I know this important. This information is critical for you. I might as well just sit it down like that, right? That might be better, right? You think? Can you guys still see that? All right, let's go with that. I am so sorry for the drama. I have this thing set up and it's just not working properly. But as I was saying, okay, so you got 1,000 people in your organization, and as you can see, you went out, you worked hard, you got these people in your group, and they begin to go tell other people. So if you got 1,000 people in your group, and you're averaging $1 per person, that's $1,000. Let's say it took you 6 months to build that. 6 months, right? All right. Can you see that? I probably can't see that. Let's see. There we go. It took you 6 months to build that, right? What's going to happen? What normally happens in a company like this, when you get at the 1,000 level, these legs start going deep on their own because you got a leader in the group. You start some going to cut off, some ain't going to do much. Then you're going to have some that's going to go really, really bad, really, really deep. When I say bad, I mean deep, deep, deep. Within 16 to 18 months, generally, this is how the curve goes. 18 months, that number triples or quadruples. So in 18 months, instead of you making, because again, this is being very conservative, you're making $1 from everyone in your organization, from the top to the bottom. Some people are going to make a little more, some people are going to make a little less. But when this quadruples in 18 months, this number becomes 4,000. Okay, so I make a good 4 here. Did I do that correctly? I hope. There we go. Yeah, 4,000. Yeah, I think I got that right. So in 18 months, you're looking at 4,000. Now, if it's growing really, really fast, guys, within 24 months, let's scratch this number out and put 24 here. All right, 24 months. And 24 months, this number is going to double or triple, okay? So you went from 1,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 8,000. And what happens in these companies is as you go higher, they start paying you a little bit more per person. So in 2 years, guys, you're looking at making a net income. I'm talking after taxes are paid and all that stuff, everybody's paid. You're looking at $8K per month. That's what you're going to be making. If you get in the right multi-level marketing business, you're looking at $8K per month, okay? And that's being conservative. That's really good money. And you got to make sure you know which one to get into, okay? There's some, hold on 1 second, guys. There's some good companies and there's some bad ones out there, okay? And I'm gonna highly advise that you get into the best ones that's out there. I can't tell you, and that's not a decision for me to make for you, but I can tell you this. I've been in some good ones. I've been in some bad ones. I've been in some that just weren't very, very good. But this just take a good look at this, okay? Take a look. It looks funny, but if you lay the foundation, you find yourself 10 good leaders, I guarantee you in 24 months, your income should be anywhere from $8,000 to $25,000 a month. And all you're doing, and I'm going to show you what it is, what you do, it's the power of duplicating yourself. That's why you have to be such, that's why you have to keep growing your mind, and you're going to work your behind. I always tell y'all, right? You take those 10 leaders, 5 or 10 or 15. Now you can do a lot more than that. You can have 50 people. But if you really want to do it right, you want to raise up a good, I say raise up, I mean, you want to invest in at least 10 to 15 people and teach them what you know. Pour books into them, tell them what books to read, time, teach them how to manage their time better. And you never want to give up on them, because let me tell you something. These people, when they start making money, they start seeing the results. They work hard, not for you, but for themselves and their families. So here's you again. I'm using a different color here. This is you again here, okay? All right? And you pour into those 10 people, right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you're going to give this person, this person may need more, people skill. I'm going to put a people skill there. This person may need more drive. I'm going to put a D there. All right, this person here may need more passion with another P there. All right, this person they may, some people don't know how to market. You may need to teach this person more marketing. All right. All right. This person over here could be battling with self-image, which is personal growth and development. All right. This person here may not understand how to be a team builder. Okay. And you got to teach them all different things. This person over here may not understand numbers. I mean, believe it or not, you need to know numbers. Okay. This person over here may be, he may be just afraid, he or she may be afraid to go out and prospect. It's another P. All right. This one over here may not want to use his own product. So you got to teach them how to use, how to use the products. That's a big one. You can't teach something you're not doing. All right. Last but not least over here, this person over here may just be, he or she may be the kind of person that says, you know what, I got it all. I don't need to learn. So they could be battling with what we call, it could be a narcissist. So when you're in multi-level marketing, you got to lose that mentality. You got to be able to put it all on the line for everybody else. Okay. They may be a narcissist. You got to help them break that spirit. And the only way you can do it is if you are reading the books. Okay. I'm going to put a B there. Going to the seminars. Okay. All right. Books, seminars, eating healthy. Okay. So I'm going to put an H in there, because as you feel is how you're going to do. Leading by example. I'm going to put E there. You have to have all these things embedded in you so big, they're going to want to duplicate you. Okay. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You do it by example, teach it to other people. Okay. This guy, this man or woman over here grows themselves a $100,000 a year business. Okay. Right? 100K. You as the business owner, the company is going to reward you, heavily. So they're probably going to pay you 10%. So you're going to make 10% of that business. Right? 10%. I might wrote that backwards. So you're going to make 10K from that business. Right? Per year. Okay? 10K. But if you got 10 leaders doing that, 10K times 10, you're making 100K yourself. You see that? You're teaching other people how to make money. You're getting a piece of the pie. All you're doing is, hey, listen, I use the products. This is what you do. Be an example. Use the same products. The company's going to reward you. And that's the best thing. That's the only way to really do it. Okay? I'm going to wrap up with this. This is going to really bless you. I'm going to share with you what happened in another company. The last company that I was in that I did this. And again, I'm not against multi-level marketing. I don't do it. I do affiliate marketing because I'm building my own dynasty. I'm trying to create my own everything. I'm not trying to go to some other company to create it. But if you don't have the luxury to do that, you join a good one. But I had the pleasure to see in person probably the top paid distributor in a company called Five Links. Some of you guys know what Five Links is, some of you don't. There's a ton of them that are millionaires in the Baltimore, Maryland area. And this is a young black woman. At the time, she was 38 years old, and her name was Tashina. I'm going to put her up here. And Tashina built a huge team, okay? I'm going to put T for her name. And let's just say she was about 50 people wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is just too big here. 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do it this way so you guys can see, okay? But she built 10 strong leaders, okay? And word has it, these 10 people that she developed in her basement, by the way, she built a huge organization of leaders, and these leaders went on to become millionaires. And each leg, word has it that those 10 legs had about 50,000 people in each leg. So 50,000, let's do the math on it. Well, did I wrong? 50,000 people, okay? And each leg, right? Which means that she had total 500,000 people in her downline. Okay? She had 500 people in her 500,000 people in her downline because she had 10 legs that had 50,000 people plus in them. She was making $1 per person. That was what she was averaging. She was making 500,000. I don't know what she's making now, but she was making $500,000. Let me put this up here. A month, which is a $6 million a year business. There it is. She built 10 strong leaders, taught them how to be strong men and women, taught them how to go out there and be go-getters. And it took them about 3.5 years, 36 months. And she built those legs, and those legs went so deep. And she started seeing these checks come in. Word has it, she wanted to quit within the first 18 months. It wasn't looking too good for her. And she said, no, I got a few leaders. I'm going to keep going. She makes now this was back in 2015. She was making $6 million a year. She probably doubled it by now. But what I liked about Five Links is they had different, futuristic products, okay? So there you go. She's probably 43. She's 43, 44 years old now. She's probably making, I don't know, at least $10 to $15 million a year now, because I'm pretty sure the business never stopped. It kept growing. But I like Five Links because it had different types of products. You could become a broker and resell energy, like water and lights and gas and electric and those kind of products. You can broker. You can actually go into a city and get licensed through Five Links to be able to go to a major company that has, let's say they have, 100 buildings in the downtown area, and they're getting, they're getting their energy from, if it's in Florida, it'd be FPL, Florida Power and Light. You can approach them and say, hey, listen, I'm a broker of this company, because Five Links was good for that. They knew how to network and market with other companies and get those business relationships where they can have you become a broker, and you can go in there, you can go into a major city and say, hey, we have, our energy rates are lower. We can save you $100,000 a month. You can go into a multi-million-dollar company and say that to them. And guess what? Five Links gave you the authority to put the deal together between the energy company, and the company that wanted to get a cheaper light bill or a cheaper electric bill. And they could literally legally tell, FPL, listen, we don't want to use you guys anymore. We're going to go over here. Well, there was one particular guy who did that, and I won't say his name. He was a white guy. This is about 8 years ago, and he's still making money today from it. He went to a major city, okay, a big city, and what he did was he took him about a year and a half to find this one client, but he doesn't build Five Links business. He doesn't have a downline. So if you're going to sell products, the last thing that I would tell you to do is to make sure that you go ahead and you find a way to scale that, because if you're just selling every little product here and there, you're going to make chump change. Find a way to scale it like what this guy did. Find a way to work out some deal with a major company where you can go in there and you can sell hundreds of the product that you had that you're promoting from that multi-level marketing company, hundreds of them per month, where you can make $4 and $5 grand on autopilot, or it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Now, there are a lot of stipulations with multi-level marketing companies where they won't let you do that, but with 5 links, you could do that with energy. So this gentleman went to a major city. I won't say what the name of the city was, but to give you an idea, one business owner, these owners own a ton of property in the downtown area, a major city. Guess what he did? He went and he approached them. He said, listen, I see what you're paying for your light bill, your energy and your gas. And at the time they were paying probably, let me just so you can see the number. This is him right here. Again, this guy did not, I'm going to put you here just in case you're in a company that does it, right? He went out and he had like 3 or 4 clients. These clients over here were paying, and in fact, they had it set up where you can actually, if you wanted to, you could change from your electric company that you had at the time, because you were your own broker. You could stop paying the company you're paying and switch over to the company that 5 links had in place, because you were a broker and you would get a small monthly check just for paying for your, getting energy through your own company. But he had a couple of companies that he was working with. He had a couple bucks coming in, and it wasn't nothing major. But this big deal here, this big guy down here, I'm gonna make a big circle here. Okay, take a look at that. This is huge. He went to a downtown area, and he worked out this deal with this owner. This owner owned factories and all those things downtown. So what he did was he said, listen, I can help you save $100,000, $150,000 per month. I mean, this guy had big buildings downtown. I'm an artist, guys, but I'm just trying to be funny here just to give you an idea. Okay, it was almost like he went to the city and took over that city, and again they had factories and all this stuff here, right? And these are my little trees here. Let me see if you can see my little trees here. Okay, not really, no. But anyway, he went down. He worked out a deal with them. He said, listen, I can provide, gas and electric for all these buildings here, and I'm going to save you, penny. He was saving. He was actually taking these guys from, literally took them from about $500,000 a month on their light bill to about $275,000. That knocked their bill down when he transitioned over, because you got to think, when you're dealing with certain companies with power and light, power companies, you don't have a lot of options. In a city, you may have only 1 or 2 companies that provide power and light, power and gas. I keep saying power and light, but you know what I mean. But this particular company, the other company, was a much better company, and they were able to save him this kind of money, especially in the wintertime. So he struck a deal. He put the deal together. 5 links comes in with this other energy company that they had the business relationship with. All these buildings, they took control over it. They signed a major deal, and this guy makes about $35,000 per month on one business deal. That's the way you do multi-level marketing. It's either you can do 1 or 2 things, and I'm closing. You can either go out, create other leaders, teach them how to buy their own products, $200 or $300 a month, okay? $500 a month. That's what I did with Quickstar, Amway, and all of them. And my biggest check, because I didn't have a real big team, I only made like a couple $100. That's all I made. Why? Because I didn't build strong leaders where they began to build other leaders. I had 6 or 7 leaders, but they had not fully developed. They didn't really build their downline, so I never really made the big income. I knew it worked, but I didn't get to that level. But that's the number 1 way to become a millionaire in multi-level marketing. Go out there and find other leaders that can buy their own products and teach other people how to do the same thing. Like what I showed you in the beginning, the power of duplication. You get your 10, you teach those 10 to go find 10 leaders that are going to use the product. Okay, so you jump from 10 to 100. Then you go from 100 and you teach those 100 how to go get 10. You jump from 100 to 1,000. You teach those 1,000 how to get 10, then you're up to 10,000. Automatically, because of the power of duplication, right, and compounding, this legal pyramid takes off, and there's no limit to your income. So again, the number 1 way to build it is to create other leaders, not just selling product. You'll stay broke doing that. So what is it about you that's keeping you broke? If you join those companies, more than likely it's your mentality. It's something up here you haven't developed enough, and you don't know how. You haven't. Marketing is an important part of business, so you got to go out and find new people. So most of the people that's going to build multi-level marketing, you probably don't know them. So you're gonna have to advertise and do all that. But when you bring them in, you have to have the leadership skills to work with them and teach them, develop them, and teach them how to do what you do. The second way to make money in multi-level marketing is what I just showed you. Find a product or service that you can scale on a very high level. You can work out a deal with a major company. You can work out a deal with Target where you can have, the product and service in the store or something of that nature. Other than that, it's really, really hard to be a millionaire with multi-level marketing. Those are the two ways to do it. There's no other way to do it. But this guy is still to this very day making about $35,000 to $40,000 a month on one business deal. Okay? And he's not the only one. Other people do it too. But that's what I would tell you. Again, just to recap, go to Google, type in the top 10, the very, very best companies that are doing multi-level marketing. Okay? And I highly advise that you basically find companies where the guy at the bottom gets paid good, commissions, and they have good motivation to make money when they first get in. Because normally those guys at the bottom, if you go on those companies, they don't take care of you. Your upline is not really taking good care of you. You're not making commissions. You generally quit. Okay, find the ones that take care of the little guys at the bottom, because they're going to take care of the guys at the top. And that's what you want to do. Stop working the 9-to-5 thing and saying, okay, that's a legal pyramid, but they're not making you rich. You're locked into a certain income. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of this. Hope you guys got something out of it. I did. I sure did. I wish my voice was a little bit stronger, but I've been making so many videos, it's my voice begins to kind of fade a little bit. But hopefully you got something out of this. Okay. That's all I have to say about multi-level marketing. There's a lot more to share with you. I wish I had a better setup here, because we've been trying to fix this thing and it's just given us so many problems, so many issues. But I think I still got the point across. Like I said, like I always say to you guys, I want to see you down here. I want to see you at the top. Okay? I'll see you at the top. Take care. Bye-bye.